Hello everyone, welcome to my channel.
Oh!
Let's start the Kony 2012 review. So this is an American psychological horror film, written, produced, and directed by Jason Zada, who also wrote the screenplay with C. Robert Cargill. It's based on a story by Cargill, Terry Hayes, and Jason Zada. The film stars Devon Sawa and Rhoda Mitchell. The plot follows two strangers who are brought together by a mysterious note that tells them they have 204 days to commit the perfect murder or face the consequences. Let's get into the details. First up, the best fight. So there isn't really any fighting in this movie. There's a little bit of scuffle here and there, but nothing really worth mentioning. So we're going to move on to funny. Funny. So there are a couple of funny scenes in this movie, but I think the humor is a little bit off. For example, at one point, the main character is talking to the police and he says, "I don't want to be an accessory to murder." Then the cop says, "You already are an accessory to murder." And then he says, "No, I wasn't an accessory to that murder." And then the cop says, "Yes, you were." And then he says, "No, I wasn't." It's just a very odd conversation. Another funny scene is when the main character is in the bathroom trying to figure out how to take a picture of himself without holding the camera. So he gets some toilet paper, puts it over the lens, and takes the picture. Now, these scenes are funny if you're looking for something to laugh at, but they're not really in line with the tone of the rest of the movie. Overall, I would say that this movie is not really funny. Let's move on to the plot. The plot is definitely the best part of this movie. It's very intriguing and keeps you guessing until the end. However, I feel like the ending was a little bit rushed. The movie builds up to this big reveal, and then it just kind of happens off screen. I also feel like the characters could have been developed a little bit more. We don't really get to know much about them or their backstories. That makes it hard to connect with them on an emotional level. The acting's decent. I thought that Devon Sawa did a good job of portraying a man who is slowly losing his mind. However, I thought that the supporting cast was a little bit weak. The cinematography is pretty good. There are some nice shots and the movie is well edited. The score is also well done and adds to the overall creepy atmosphere of the film. Overall, I would say that this is a decent movie. It's not great, but it's definitely not terrible either. I would recommend it to anyone who is a fan of psychological thrillers or horror films. I give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching.